Now we're going to cover social listening, or as we sometimes refer to it, social eavesdropping, simply because it has more intrigue. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go and open up the voice that we've set up for our new sushi restaurant called Soket Sushi. And the first screen we see is our streams. And this is basically pulling in information from social channels that is relevant to each voice. And you have a default stream called chat, which is information that's related to and about you. And from here you can see people mentioning you. You can also see their profile information. In this case, we're going to go ahead and follow that person. We might want to see their most recent posts or most recent mentions as well. So from here we can see all this stream, all this activity that is happening relevant to us, but we also want to cover a couple of other things. We want to do see what people are talking about. So one example might be, I want to come in and I want to know what the state of sushi is in Atlanta. So I'm going to come in and create a stream called sushi, and I'm going to search all over the place for anyone who's saying anything about sushi and ATL. Save that. And here we go. A bunch of people talking about sushi in Atlanta. One reason I might want to do this is I know that these are people that eat sushi in my market. So I might want to come in and follow them. I might want to reply to them, and I can do that within Soket without going anywhere, or retweet them or direct message them. This is pretty good. I can also see news articles. I can scroll down. Best eats in 20 of the busiest U.S. airports. Sounds interesting. Let's go see what that's about. And if we scroll down, we can see that One Flew South is ranked #1. So that means competition for our new sushi restaurant. So let's say for some reason I want to share this article with my audience. So I can select the URL, I can copy it, come back into Soket and say I want to compose a post. Now this voice is connected to a Facebook account and a Twitter account. So I'm going to post a status update to both of those accounts. Competition. I'm going to paste the link in. And because one of the channels is Facebook, it's going to give me a link preview, and it automatically shortens the URL. And then I can scroll through and find an appropriate image. I can also decide that I actually want to send this out in 2 weeks at 11 o'clock a.m. If I wanted to, I could attach a photo. Again, this can come from either my local machine or from one of my media albums. But typically you don't want to post the exact same thing to Twitter that you do to Facebook. They're different media, they're different channels, they have a different vocabulary. But I do want to share the link. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to split my Twitter post. That puts the post down here. And because this is Twitter, I might put in at One Flew South, sushi, Atlanta airports. This is the counter for Twitter, which allows up to 140 characters. This is also scheduled to go out. I could schedule my Facebook post to go out at a different time than Twitter if I wanted to. And when I post all, this will be scheduled. Now, if I didn't have a time here, it would go out immediately. The scheduled posts will show up under scheduled posts. Otherwise, it'll just go out. But I also want to set up some other streams. So I'm going to set up another stream. I want to know what's happening in my neighborhood. Not necessarily anything related to me. Neighborhood. But just it's good for me to stay in touch with what's going on around me. So I'm going to put in a search for Midtown and Atlanta. And here are all those articles. So I know that these people, I don't know if they like sushi, but I do know that they're talking about Midtown Atlanta. So they are geographically convenient to me, and I might want to strike up a conversation with them. I might want to, at the very least, follow them and see if I can do some customer acquisition through Twitter or through blogs. I also want to, I've heard rumors that the Atlanta Botanical Garden is going to start serving sushi. Botanical, yes. So I just want to keep tabs. Actually, let's change this to compete. I just want to keep tabs on what they're up to. So I want to search for any mention of the Atlanta Botanical, or I know their Twitter ID is at ATL Botanical. So save that and let's just see what they're up to. So we're seeing things like Foursquare check-ins. I don't see them talking about any sushi, so maybe they've changed their mind. But if we scroll down, we can also find, let's see, here's an article on someone that mentioned them. So I could punch out and read that article. So that's it. That's social listening. There's a whole strategy around how to do it effectively, which we might put together a video at some point. But this is a single place to monitor the content that's being generated by other people and to engage with your customers directly. You can do all that from here. If it's on Twitter, you engage through replies, retweets, direct messages, follows. If the engagement is happening on Facebook, then you can drill down and continue the conversation from here. So that is social listening with Soket. It's just another type of content, and Soket is a social content management system. So we give you one place to manage all that online stuff.